everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kendall if you haven't been here before, and today I am going to be recreating Solange's A Seat at the Table album cover. But before we get started, two things. I know y'all are probably looking like, girl, where's the hair? Where's like the makeup? This is not Solange. I know, I realized after doing the last two looks that it didn't really make sense for me to start the video with you all seeing the finished product. I want you all to go through the transformation with me. That's one reason why this video will be a little different. And then the second reason is because I kind of wanted to treat this as like a little chit chat, get ready with me. There's so much happening right now and people are feeling so many different emotions. So I wanted to kind of give you all a seat at my table so we can talk about it together. You see what I did there? Okay, all right. Okay, so before I start my chit chat, I'm going to be priming my face using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Okay. And it says just take a little bit. I know a little bit really goes a long way with this product, so just kind of taking that and dabbing it in. Don't be heavy-handed with this. I know it's easy, but don't be. It honestly didn't look like Solange had on any makeup at all, but for those of us that don't have that perfect, clear Solange skin, I am going to be using just a teensy bit of foundation. Today I am using the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made. So before I recorded this video, I've been having so many different conversations with my family and friends, some of my students that I've just kind of been checking in on just to see how they're doing, and people are just having so many different emotions and reactions to a lot of the things that are happening right now. And I mean, it's to be expected, right? Like, we're in such a period of uncertainty and people are really feeling afraid. Like, they don't know what to expect, or like, you know, we're like, what is the next month going to bring? Like, 2020 is truly, you know, something. 2020 is not the year that we thought it would be, right? A lot of us, we realize that, I know me especially, I realized that I've been operating out of a place of fear for a long time, and it's like, why do I feel afraid, or why do I get so anxious and riled up about this stuff? Like, what? It's like, am I afraid that people are going to talk? But then it's like, no, people are going to talk regardless. Like, no matter what you do, whether it's good or bad, people are going to talk. Like, on your absolute best day and you feel like, you know, you did a good deed, whatever, someone will have a problem with it and someone will talk about you. Like, it doesn't matter. You can be minding your own business, not worried about anyone else, and someone's gonna have a reason to talk about you. So these are normal feelings to have, but it's important to get to the bottom of it. Like, you don't want to continue letting another day go by, because 2020 has shown us that anything is possible. And honestly, what I really think it is, I think that sometimes we forget our identities. Because if you think about it, prior to COVID, we would get up and go on about our day, and there were so many things we had to do: school, work, family, whatever it may be. COVID has put us in a position where we really had to sit and stop. Like, there is no, oh, I have to run and do this, I have to go here, I have to do that. No, you don't. Like, you have to sit down. And I think that since we've been home and we've been alone with our thoughts more, it's like, man, what has been holding me back? Like, am I the reason? Am I holding myself back? Like, I'm not trying to hit it! Something like that! Okay, so now I'm going to take my beauty blender and just kind of go in and like really blend that into my skin even more. Okay, so now I'm going in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I am in shade Tan. And I'm just using a real little bit just because I do tend to get some darkness. I know you probably can't see it because of all the lights I have in here. Back to what I was saying, but about operating out of a place of fear. Let's not get it twisted, because fear can disguise itself as, oh, I'm not perfect, or people are going to talk about me, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the resources. And it's like, why am I sitting here telling myself these bold-faced lies? Like, there are people out there that have much less than what I have and are putting out content, and it's like I have to stop holding myself back. And I think I've realized that since we've been in quarantine, because I don't have the excuse of, oh, I have this to do for work, or oh, I need to take care of this, and this. I've really been able to sit down and like really think to myself that I have all of these things, and what keeps me is knowing that God, what God has for me is truly for me. And I think it's so easy to get caught up in these worldly things, but since the world has literally come to a stop just for these last couple of months, it has really put things into perspective for me. So I'm getting all jumbled up over my words, but it's a fact. Like, it's so easy to get worked up over these things that really don't matter. My favorite Bible verse is Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6, which is, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not onto your own understanding. In all ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. And I feel like I've had to remind myself that a lot since we've been in quarantine, just because there is so much happening, so much changing, like, and it's helped me a lot. Like, I'm gonna walk like I already got it because God says it's for me. And I feel like when I get worried about all these things, it's like I'm not trusting in his plan for me, or I get in my own head and I'm thinking to myself, I cannot continue operating out of this place of fear. Like, you can't get better if you don't start somewhere, right? And if you use the excuse, oh, I'm not good enough, or like, who's to say you're not good enough? Like, so you see how that just blended right into the skin? Like, look at that. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's hella makeup products, but properly blended together. So now I'm going to take some bronzer, just a little bit though, because in the picture, she clearly, it looks like a natural face, honestly. Of course, I know it's not, but we want this makeup look to look as natural as possible. When people say no makeup, this is the look that's the look we're going for. So I'm just taking this bronzer, adding a little dimension to my face, and kind of locking that makeup I just put on, my foundation and concealer, in place. You know, when you have those thoughts like, oh, I'm not good enough, or this will never be me, you really start to believe it. Like, you have to really speak life over yourself and your situation if you want to see those things manifest into reality. Of course, that's what the enemy wants. He wants you to be down on yourself. He wants you to not go after your dreams. Okay? Dreams don't work unless you do. Her brows aren't like sculpted. They look very much like her natural brows. But again, all of us don't have those natural Solange brows. So because I know that what God has for me is for me and no one else, I'm going to be bold in my faith, be bold in everything that I do, and I'm going to speak highly of my dreams and speak highly of what I want, and stop letting my fear get me down. Because if God says it's for me, it's for me. And if it's not for me, I don't want it. When something happens that's completely left field and it's beyond my control, then it's fine. But then I can, and if not, I put all my work in it. I can say, this isn't what God had for me. But because I'm putting forth so much work into it, now I can't say like, oh, I just walked away, I just quit. Like, no, that's unacceptable. For me, that is unacceptable. Like, I won't feel content unless I know I gave it my all and I truly believed in myself. I feel like I keep having to tell myself that my eyebrows are sisters, not twins. But right now, I'm just not feeling it. So So I know it probably seems like I'm like rambling, but this has really been on my heart for a while, and I know it might seem like I'm being repetitive, but you have to repeat these things over you the same way that you're in your mind like, I'm not perfect, I'm not good enough, oh, this will never happen, this will never be me. You have to speak positivity on your life in the exact same way, like, I deserve this, yes, because it's a lot happening in the world right now. So these feelings of fear or rage or whatever it may be, they are all absolutely okay and they're normal. But what I will say is feel the feeling without becoming the emotion. Don't be so afraid or be so stuck in fear that you aren't doing anything besides continuously speaking down to yourself. You have to learn how to speak highly on your life. If you want to manifest, I was about to use B Simone, but I'm like, no, that's a bad example. If you want to, if you want to manifest the life you want, you have to really believe that that is yours. Like I said, I trust God so much that I walk like I already got it because I know it's for me and I know it's coming. Okay, so I don't want to do too much else because, again, it was like a bare face. I'm going to take a little bit of this Revlon Color Stay Cream Shadow and just kind of dab a little bit on my eye just for like a little shimmer because it looks like she has that right on her eye. This is a very light color. You probably can't even see that. Can you see that? Oh. I'm going in now with my NYX Nutmeg. I'm going very lightly with this because I just want my lips to kind of look flesh tone like hers. I know y'all are probably wondering, like, how did you go from doing a transformation series talking about operating out of fear and rambling and all of that, but I felt like it was parallel to Solange's album because in her album she spoke so much on just her own mental health and like finding herself and what that's looked like for her. Okay, everyone, this is the final look. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I know that I kind of rambled a little bit and I was very repetitive, but again, I just want you to really have it in your head. Like, do not operate from a place of fear. Walk like you got it because it's yours. And again, I know I spoke on religion, but again, this is my channel and I will make it very known that I am a Christian and these are my beliefs. So please, again, I hope you enjoyed this look. Pleased with it. I know my lace is showing out, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. I'm getting my hair done today. I just threw this on for this quick tutorial and to take this picture, so don't. So again, I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Did I say subscribe? No. Yeah. Well, don't forget to subscribe.